What's going on, beautiful people? Check your gun in. For me, I'm checking in my wife's sub 2000. Of course, you see the magazine isn't in it. It's right here. For real, fuck that. So yesterday there was a mass shooting in Santa Fe, Texas, where 10 kids lost their lives and 10 more people were injured. And if I'm not mistaken, one was out of that injury, one of them was a police officer. So first and foremost, let's give our prayers and our condolences to the parents that are no longer going to see their babies come home, and reach out as people and give our love to them. Second off, let's give our praise to the men and women in law enforcement that heard that call and still went to help to stop what was going on, because that right there is an amazing task. People all the time say, like, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. But when it comes down to it and those bullets are flying, you hear them gunning past your ear, you're only going to do two things. You're going to fight or flight. And these people chose to go into the fight to stop what was going on. Thank you for doing what you did. Because you didn't have to. Because you could have been... You didn't have to. Now, to this shithead that chose to fucking go into his school and shoot all of these fucking people... This scumbag, he methodically planned this shit out. He had CO2 in his fucking car and at his house. He had cocktails. He had a fucking methodical plan out to do this. And this scumbag wanted to end his own life. And I'm so happy this fucking pussy chose not to end his life. Because now we can fucking hold you accountable. Now, if you would have chose to end your life, we wouldn't have been able to hold you accountable. But because you did, we are. So thank you for being too much of a bitch to kill yourself. So now we can fucking hold you accountable. And it doesn't matter what the fuck your reasoning is. You could have been bullied, picked on. I don't fucking care. You took it upon yourself to kill 10 people. Injure 10 people. You took babies. You took somebody's son, daughter, uncle, cousin. You took them away from them. You had all of the balls to take them away from people. But you ain't had no fucking balls to take your own life. I'm happy you didn't. Like I said, I'm very happy you didn't. Because now we can hold you accountable. And what's fucking pissing me off even more is now I'm hearing people talk about, oh, we need gun reform and all of this bullshit. Let's at least take more than 24 hours to think about the family that lost their loved ones and the family that has to go to the hospital to, give love and thankfulness for the ones that are injured, that are in the hospital right now. Let's do that before we start talking about all this extra shit. Because at the end of the day, this shit turd didn't give a fuck about your color, your religion, your ethnicity. If you like boys or girls, he didn't give a fuck about none of that. He went in there and he specifically wanted to knock down as many bodies as he could. That was his sick-ass reasoning. He went in there with a shotgun and a .38 revolver, which allegedly he took both of them from his father. I know we need a deeper, stronger conversation about guns and how they affect this, that, and the third. I know that. We all in the gun community know that. But can we at least get more than 24 hours to allow these parents to grieve? And also, while we doing that, let's figure out where the fuck he got the CO2 from. Let's figure out where the fuck he got that from. Let's figure out if his dad just left his firearms just hanging around. Or did he have it in a safe? Let's figure that out. Let's figure out if there was any red signs before this incident happened. Because for the last mass shooting, the FBI knew about the shit, but still didn't do nothing about it. They knew this person had red signs, and they still ain't do shit about it. Let's find out what the fuck is happening. How did he get CO2? How the fuck did he get his hands on that? How the fuck did he get his hands on that shotgun and that .38 revolver? Let's figure that shit out. Then on top of that, let's find out, because they got 2 suspects on top of him in custody. Let's find out if he chose to do this shit by himself. Let's find out as much as we can about this situation before we start talking about all the irrelevant shit right now. Talking about gun reform and we need to take fire and da-da-da-da-da. We can get to that. We will get to that shit. Let's find out if the FBI or the CIA or any of these motherfuckers that we already know monitor our social medias, our fucking cell phones, our conversations, watching us through our goddamn games, your Xbox connects and shit like that, like everything that you type and search. Come on, let's find out how the fuck nobody's seeing these fucking red flags. Let's find that shit out. I put my condolence out there for the parents that lost their babies. I couldn't imagine it. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I understand what you're going through, because I don't. But I do want to say that I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I'm sorry that you had to lose somebody that you loved unconditionally. I'm sorry y'all last interaction with your babies could have been on some like you on punishment, or them telling you that they can't stand you. And that's something that you're going to keep replaying in your head because that's your last conversation that you had with your child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this fucking shithead took it upon himself to take something that people like me use on a day-to-day basis for something as simple as hunting or just going to the range or having fun with, and used it in the most disgusting way possible. I'm truly sorry. And as a person that loves firearms and loves his family and his children, I just want to say my love, thoughts, and prayers go out to you guys. That's it, man. And also, take the time to hug, love, and cherish the ones that are around you. If nobody told you that you're awesome today, you're awesome.